My name is Karen Cunningham, and I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, and I currently live in Lee Summit, Missouri. And I am a mother to two daughters, Candace and Courtney, and one dog, Cricket, and that I take care of. And what I do currently basically is caregiving is my, I would say, primary responsibility at this time. As far as my carees, I'll start with my past. I was a caregiver to my mother as she got older, basically after my father had passed away. She moved in with my daughters and myself and lived with us for the last 15 years of her life. So we were caregivers to her, and she was also a caregiver to my children. So it worked out pretty nicely as far as that goes. With regards to other individuals that I've cared for in the past, I've assisted with a gentleman who was a quadriplegic, and I did that kind of part-time, helping him with transferring from his bed to his wheelchair and helping him prepare to get ready for work in the mornings and get ready for bed in the evenings. My probably longest tenure of caring for an individual is for my daughter Candace, who is 27, and I had her when I was fairly young. So I was actually 18 when I had her. So, and based on just challenges at birth, she was then diagnosed with a disability, and therefore she's been my longest running caree that I still care for today. Also, I assist with Miss Barbara, who's Rachel's grandmother, and I help her out a couple of times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, and we get out and go play bingo or go to doctor's appointments, just whatever is needed, as well as we have lunch and just, enjoy one another's company. I also currently take care of a couple of my friends' kids where I take them to their Special Olympics practice. So I do that a couple of times a week and just to get out and help them out. So I guess I would say it's in me, it's in my blood to be a caregiver. There's other people that I help just along the way, basically just with resources in general, I guess. It's just kind of the things that fulfill me that I like to do and help others. Regarding my typical day as far as caring for my carees, with regards to my daughter Candace, just depending on what she has going on because she does work. So I will just say, for example, a day with regards to a day that she has to go to work. Basically, I just help ensure that she is up and getting ready to get ready to go to work. I help her with regards to her medications, making sure that she's taking her medicine, taking the appropriate medicine, making sure that she's prepared a lunch or thought about, what the day is going to look like for her, if she's going to have an hour break versus a half an hour break, just kind of help her stay organized and, think through the things that she needs to work on. Also making sure that she has her medicine with her for maybe later in the day if it's a long schedule at work. And then just, making sure that she's ready to go at, enough time. I also help depending on what she's wearing. Sometimes she may need some assistance with buttons or fastening some of the items on her clothing, as well as depending on her hair. Sometimes she needs assistance with regards to her hair, and so I'll help her with that. And then I just, make sure I take her to work and get her there, on time. And then, so that's the majority of helping Candace as far as in the mornings go. And depending on what day of the week it is, if it's a day of the week that I'm also going to go over to Miss Barbara's, then I try to look at everyone's schedule to be sure that I get where I'm supposed to be at the appropriate time. Because Miss Barbara, if it's a day that we're going to bingo, she wants me there always earlier than I know that I'm able to get there. but I just try to do, my very best to get there as quick as possible. Even though bingo is like only 2 minutes away from our house, but no matter what it is, I'm always rushing. But I get over there if it's a day that we're going to go to bingo. Usually, just go on in, make sure that she has her points for bingo, because that's how she gets her prizes, and then just help her with turning off the lights, making sure her dishes are put in the sink if she did decide to have something for breakfast, closing the blinds, making sure that she has a sweater on, just depending on what it's like outside. And then I just kind of help her with getting into the car. I guess after that, back home, and we'll prepare lunch, depending on what day it is. And I'll sit over there with her for a while. Some days she's like, "Oh, going home, I'm fine." And so I respect her wishes. If she really does feel like she's okay and she's had enough of me, so I'll head on home and attend to my doctor's appointments or just things that I have going on. But before I do leave, we always chat about when we'll communicate again, usually to prepare for our next day together, I guess. So, but that's pretty much at least the mornings for me with regards to caring for the individuals that I help the most. I'm helping my mother. She basically started having memory issues as well. And so just making sure that, it more so probably with her bills, although she didn't have many, but making sure that she had taken care of those bills. As far as other things with helping her, just helping her with regards to her health care and making sure that she was taking care of herself. She became, I guess I would say, depressed after my dad passed away because it was really a sudden situation. And so she just wasn't ever comfortable with going back to the home that they lived in. So that's kind of how she, came to live with us. But actually overall, it was a blessing because she was able to help me with my children, and pretty much she lived for them and they lived for her. So just, with meals as well, I guess helping prepare, meals. And I worked a lot, so she was here to help me, I guess, as well with the kids. So that's kind of what that looked like. As far as other people that helped me in my family, I guess I would say when Candace was younger, I'm an only child, and so I don't really have much of my own, biological family, but I have more so families that I've acquired along the way. And so I have a friend who is one of my kids' godmothers, and basically her family pretty much has accepted us and took us in many, many years ago. And so they helped me with Candace quite a bit. Just, being a young mother, I was just, not really sure what I was doing, I guess. And so they took us in 27 years ago, I guess I would say, and helped with taking care of Candace or making sure that if there was something I needed to do, they would help with watching her, or a friend would go with me to a doctor's appointments and, just different things like that. I actually have a couple of families that have pretty much adopted my kids and myself. And so I'm very grateful, for those individuals. And like I said, they still, support us even today. They come to any, special moments in our lives. They're always, there for us, or if there's something not necessarily that I need or anything like that, or just to talk, they are there for me. And I would say those are probably more so the individuals that have supported me along the way with raising my kids.